GoPro camera normally splits recordings into 4 gig segments. We call these chapters. These 4 gig 32-bit MP4 files are the most compatible, yet larger 64-bit MP4 files are becoming more common. Increase your chapter size to 12 gig with the control below. Warning, larger chapters may not work everywhere in the ecosystem. Even the camera will not play back files larger than 4 gig in this current firmware. Yet the files are valid and have been tested to work in many tools. So this one of the more experimental features, so please test before committing to the workflow. So we open up the chapters, and again we see GoPro cameras normally split into 4 gig, the same information, and the enable. So what we did was we formatted our card. We got the acceptance of the enable of the QR code. Large chapters may not work everywhere in the ecosystem, once again. Now, I am on 4K 24 linear high bit rate. And what I am going to do now is simply hit the record. I will come back in 30 minutes and we see where we stand and show the file on the machine. How many files or chapters are you going to see in a 30-minute clip? Well, we know it's about 8 minutes and 45 seconds or 5 minutes, depending on the camera. I should see 3 chapters only. Let's get started. I'm 10 minutes in. I want to conserve my power. I'm 85%. And I'm plugged in, and we're going to turn my power bank on, which it is. And it doesn't acknowledge the power while recording. When I stop the recording, it should charge. So this should really work if I plug in power. We'll come back in 20 minutes. We can say this test is completed. Let's stop the video. And I'm not going to sit here and be scientific and start to write lists of what size files for each of the video formats. And that's something GoPro could have done for us, saying 4K 24 12 gig files could have been 45 minutes per. 4K 30 could have been at, they won't tell you. So here I am, play the video, unable to view, just like that. So 12 gig file is unsupported in your camera. Can I swipe in any of the directions? Can I hit the area, and you can see there is 26 minutes, 20 seconds of video I just shot. It will not play, not viewable. So would you want to go out in the field and have large files and want to be able to view your video back? Let's take it the next step, because you're not going to notice this from anybody else but me. Let's get Wi-Fi to go on and see if this is supported in Wi-Fi. All this time to see a 10-minute, 23-second file and a 15-minute, 58-second file. And I shot 26 minutes and change. None of these files are able to be viewed. There you go. Look at that. I'm able to view. I'm able to view my file. I don't want you to listen to the sound because the sound is of a TV playing and whatnot. And that's all you're going to see. Is this just playing on and on and on. So let's go to the actual computer and see if we could show you those file sizes. Let's disable the chapter size control. Let's plug into the computer. We have used about 20 gig of information. 19.5 or 19 gig. The first file or last file is 3.18 gig. The last file is 3.27 gig. This has 15 minutes of video. Nowhere on here it tells you the amount of video. If we open it up, let me mute my sound. It's going to take some time to play. It's reading off of a 64 gig card at 100 meg write speed and a couple of hundred read speed. It may take some time. Since it's not playing, let's open up another folder, bring it into the drive, the shorter one. I don't want you to be here all day. It's only fair to bring in the original file I wanted to show you. So let's open up the file of the last one. Double click it and play it. It looks like the player will not play it at all. Took some time for this to come up. Let's go to the next step and grab the program and import some media. This is loading. This is the other one. An error occurred while opening up the media file in the media library, maybe because the file is broken or unsupported format, protected format contact, or for another reason. Try contacting your video provider. Give that one more shot because you see me touching things. And that's the information you get. So I got two files on my camera. I go to preference when I'm all done, reset, format the card, and I'm formatting. Large file chapters are great. They're more common today. Those are tricky words that GoPro is sharing to you. It works in most tools. Well, you just take a note. It didn't work for me. For my notes, I'm going to go out there and have some fun without using large chapter files. GoPro Labs needs to correct this. Simply remove the large file chapters off of GoPro Labs until you correctly fix it. I hope this video was useful, that you don't go out there, brick your camera, and then go to GoPro and they say, I'm sorry, you got beta firmware on there. You were told. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. GoPro Hero 8, GoPro Labs firmware 1.70.75. Beta user, we're the guinea pigs.